point of seeing that, look, I sense some philosophical inconsistencies here that you're not willing to simply admit and grant because you're wanting to make a point against me. So, I mean, I don't know. That's...
Well, firstly, Laci, I apologise for interrupting you. I didn't mean to. You know, I've got enormous respect for you. Jack, I don't accept that argument. The tone of my message may appear confrontational, but I do enjoy these conversations, and I'm not trying to make points against you or score points or anything like that. I just want to genuinely understand the way in which people like you and the way in which their minds work. Now, I do want to return to the moral point and the teaching of children, but I think we're going to be going over old ground again.
Yeah. So DPR, let's do this.
Let's move on then. Okay.
Well, let's because it's 1:41, and I would love to, if you want to schedule this for next week, and you want, I mean, because I'll be on Blog TV next week, then we can have the discussion, and I would love to have a couple other people that are when it comes to philosophy are more well versed than I am, and people who are agnostic atheists, because I mean I find it beneficial when there are varying perspectives, because I think it demonstrates to all people that I mean, I'm not trying to do it, that not the world does not revolve around DPR Jones and the Magic Sandwich Show folks. There are intellectual, smart other atheists out there that should be, you know, that people need to hear as well, and to see the nuances of philosophy and how it's not so black and white as many of you may want to make it sound like. All right. So, but next week, are you willing to do that? Do you have time next week?
Are you asking me or Laci?
Both of you. I mean, do you guys? How do you? What's your time frame next week? Saturday.
Oh, I'm always around for you, Jack.
All right. Nice.
I should be here, yeah.
Okay, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
All right.
I would do, but and you'll probably think I'm being really negative and cynical when I say this, but I do wonder to what extent the argument can be advanced. I mean, you know. We had about 3 hours, you and I, Jack, on your Blog TV show. I think we've talked subsequent to that as well. We've just had a few hours now, and it's. I'm not running away from it in any way, but I just wonder to what degree you think it's going to be productive. You know, are you? Obviously, you're not going to have the belief that you're going to convince me to your way of thinking, and neither do I have that belief. How productive do you think it's going to be? Convince me that it's going to be worthwhile. I'm sorry, that sounds arrogant.
I cannot.
I mean, are we not going to just end up arguing over the same old points yet again?
You know, we probably actually. I hope we wouldn't, but like for me. The critical point of this conversation was actually introducing Laci into the conversation, because for me it felt as though, and I think generally speaking, when I introduce someone into the conversation that has, and I know Laci studied philosophy, then to me it helps sort of balance, to be honest, the sort of sense I get from folks like you and the Magic Sandwich Show, which tend to have a disdain for philosophy in general in the way that you guys talk about it. So,
as I said before, I've got no disdain for philosophy.
Well, okay, so yeah, perhaps we'll talk. Maybe not. I mean, I don't mind. I'm not gonna. I did think, I know some people recorded the conversation at Corey, I think, and I didn't record it, but I think towards the end there were valid points made, and.
You mean when I stopped talking, there were valid points. Laci, there you go. That's a great.
I was really just moderating between the two of you, to be honest.
Yeah.
But I'm just rephrasing what you're saying, rephrasing what he's saying.
Yeah, Laci won.
Language issue here.
Pretty much Laci won.
Oh, well, in that case, next time we talk, Jack, maybe we should insist on Laci being the moderator.
There you go.
And explaining to each of us what the other person is trying to say. That's probably not a bad thing.
TBR.
Wow.
Well, I'm sure we'll all be in the same blogosphere in the future, but I will be around, Jack. I'm going to get some sleep. I have school in the morning, but it's been nice talking to y'all.
Yes.
And thanks for the chatters as well. Y'all had some really good input, even though we couldn't necessarily respond to all of it because of the intensity of the conversation.
Thank you.
I'm just going to go and murder a few babies because I'm an atheist and I have no morals. But there we go. Jack, it's been, as always, it's been a combination of a pleasure and a huge frustration talking to you. But despite my raised voice at certain times, I've appreciated the conversation. And I hope other people have as well. Thank you very much for tolerating the rantings. Take care, everyone.
Thank you.
Good, guys.
Thank you. Good night.